Hello, everybody. We're now going to discuss our 42 offense. As opposed to the 3-2-1 or the 0 offense, this is more traditional. This offense might be new to you. This is this is a very good offense whenever we have strong midfielders and we have a defense playing a very aggressive man. The goal of this offense is to draw the long sticks away from the crease, spread people out, utilize our midfielders' ability to drive the ball, and our attackmen's ability to catch and shoot. It's not really an attack-based offense, it's more of a midfield-based offense where the attack just catches and shoot. So let me show you how we set up. So our 42 offense is actually 4 midfielders, 2 attackmen. That's why we call it a 42 offense. We're going to set up midfielder up high, midfielder up high, midfielder up high, midfielder on the crease. We're going to have 2 attackmen, attack, and attack. This is a rotation offense, meaning nobody has one position. We're not going to have one guy at X, one guy at left attack, one guy who's always on this side, one guy who's always up here. It's really a rotation to try to get the defense moving. If the defense is playing a tight man, this will be very effective. Primary way we're going to use this offense is that this midfielder and this midfielder are going to be the ones that drive. These 4 midfielders are going to run a rotation. Basically, we'll have the ball start up top. We can pass it back and forth a few times, get people moving. Eventually, this midfielder will be the guy who's going to try to score. So he's going to go straight to the net. Hopefully split dodge, go to strong hand, try to get to the middle of the field, and go to the net. We want this guy to have as much room as possible so that he can score. In order to do this, these midfielders are going to rotate so that there will always be somebody back in case he drops it, and always he'll have an outlet pass. When this midfielder drives, this midfielder goes here, this midfielder fills in, this midfielder goes up top. So these 4 guys are rotating. This midfielder is trying to score. If he can't, if he gets in trouble, he's always allowed to just pass it up to the other midfielder who's coming behind him. So there won't be any more trouble. This midfielder, when he's clearing out, he's calling for the ball, because if nobody takes him, he can be wide open and shoot as well too. As you can see, the initial goal of this offense was to get this midfielder to shoot. What we also want to accomplish is getting a great shot for an attackman. Whenever this midfielder drives, this attackman also clears out so that there's plenty of room for him to go one-on-one with the goalie. And this attackman wraps around for a shot if somebody slides and covers this midfielder, okay? So basically, whenever one of these midfielders drives, the X-attackman is wrapping around the opposite side for a shot. Let me erase the lines. We'll start over here. This offense can also be run from the opposite side. If we have strong left-handed attackmen, this will be effective to get them a shot. We'll try to get the ball to one of the outside middies. Who's going to drive on this side? Again, this middy will clear out. This middy will back him up. This middy will provide backup in case he loses the ball. This attackman's going to wrap around for the shot. He's hopefully a left-hand shot who can dump it in. And this attackman's going to clear out for an outlet pass in case this midi gets in trouble who's driving with the ball. But the focus is on this midfielder trying to score. If by chance we turn the ball over, we obviously have to have somebody staying on this side of the field so as we're not offsides. Basically, whichever midfielder, in this case this guy, is closest to the goal on the clear, he has to prevent himself from going offsides. Reset one more time. Finally, with this offense, we have our midi, 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 attack, attack. If by chance this midfielder wants to drive, say he has a short stick on him. For instance, we never want a midfielder to drive against a long stick. But if this midfielder wants to drive, you see we already have a midfielder in the way. He's going to run a simple pick on this midfielder's defenseman and likely pop out to cover him. It's called a pick and pop. Then this midfielder is going straight in. And again, anytime a midfielder drives, our attackmen are rotating for the shot. That's it. That's the basic 42 offense. As you can see, it's a 4 midfielder, 2 attackmen. We'll always leave one of the midfielders on the correct side of the field so that we don't run into offsides. It's a great offense against a very tight man-to-man defense. We'll go over this at practice.